And we are back to the Wednesday Night Wars. What's up, guys? It's me, it's Lee Double X Prince. Well, I'll be reviewing from June 28, 2017, both NXT and Lucha Underground. Which show was better? And continuing the Wednesday Night Wars. To start off the night, I'll talk about Lucha Underground first because I feel like I want to talk about this first since it's freshly in my head. And again, another good show. Honestly, Lucha Underground and NXT are just killing it, especially with both of their main events were just awesome to watch. I saw that we got we only had 4 matches. It was part of the Cueto Cup, the tournament, and the matches that we got. Let's see. Well, Veneno came out and he got his ass kicked by Mil Muertes because Veneno is basically a jobber, but he will have a future storyline going on ahead since he is a fish, since he in real life is Cortez Castro. So can't wait to see where that goes. Next match that we got was Vibra versus Paul London. Now the Reptile Tribe look really strong so far. I mean, we have freaking let me find the names. Hold up. Pindar, believe it was, Pindar and Drago have advanced to their finals. And I expected Vibora to do the same thing, but because the Rabbit Tribe has been looking like shit ever since they got there. But Paul London actually ended up beating freaking Vibora, which shocked me because first of all, Vibora looks like a guy. It looks like Baron Corbin in a reptile mask. That's just official. That's how I see it. And I can't believe that he lost. It just shocks me that happened. And you know what? It's whatever. But I am actually kind of excited to see where this goes because after all, Paul London is a fan favorite in the YWC. So let's see where that goes. Taya beat Joey Ryan, no shocker there. Joey Ryan ain't done shit, so it makes sense for Taya to win, and it gets me more excited just in case she makes it a lot closer to the finals, since after all she is with Johnny Mundo, so I'm excited to see where that part of the storyline goes. But the main event was Jeremiah Crane versus Killshot. Now, before the match started, Jeremiah Crane actually beats the shit out of Mil Muertes backstage, saying she's mine because he wants Katrina. He's in love with Katrina, so it was shocking to see that. And then he took on Killshot, and it was a pretty solid match, like I predicted. It was a really good match. So far, the best match of the tournament so far. And he lost thanks to Dante Fox. Dante Fox cost Killshot the shot to go in advance. Jeremiah Crane stands tall, reigns supreme, and Katrina's on the other side just looking at him, and Jeremiah Crane's just kind of like looking at her, which excites me because after all, Ivelisse is set to take on Katrina at Ultima Lucha 3, so I'm excited to see where that goes. But the night is not yet over. We had Dario Cuero talking to a guy who looks like Son of Havoc, and basically he's setting up the matches that will be Sexy Star versus PJ Black, which could be a decent match. Ricky Mandel versus Prince Puma. El Dragon Azteca versus Dante Fox. I'm actually excited for that one because Dante Fox actually has some skill. And Son of Havoc versus a question mark. Now, you think Dario Cuero's talking to Son of Havoc? He's like, there's only one spot left. Son of Havoc. And he will take on... Hold on, what was your name again? Madness. Son of Madness. A Son of Havoc lookalike, only his name is Son of Madness. So I'm curious to see where that goes. I am down to see where that is going. And as far as this, it's just setting up Ultima Lucha 3, so I'm still excited to see where this goes. And they did a good job in promoting Johnny Mundo versus Rey Mysterio, so I'm definitely excited for that. Everybody was talking about it. It was just a pretty good show. One of the better ones ever since the tournament started, so yeah, kudos for that. And then I want to move on to NXT, and the reason why I want to save this one is because I want to talk about the main event particularly. Now, the first match that we got, well, was a squash match. Ho Ho Loon gets squashed by some fucking loser by the name of forgot his fucking name, but let me get this name out because I don't know it. The Velveteen. Yeah, the Velveteen Dream. I don't like this guy. He just looks lame. He has a look of like that he's tough, but he just, I mean, if they book him like tougher, then I actually could have gotten behind this guy. I just don't like his style. That's just my opinion. Then Oni Lorcan fought Hideo Itami, and Oni Lorcan beat the shit out of Hideo Itami. He made Hideo Itami bleed and lose some teeth. But while that was going on, when the match ends, Hideo Itami still ends up winning, but it was a tougher way to go out. And then Hideo Itami calls out Cassius Ohno, like, come over here now. Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami were ready to talk, but then Sanity comes out and beat the living crap out of both these guys. So we're getting Sanity versus these guys. And then Nikki Cross is like, leave the ring. I'm ready for my main event. And it showed that Nikki Cross could also be a pretty good leader. Nikki Cross as a leader is a lot better than Eric Young. And that's just coming from a guy who is not the biggest fan of Eric Young. But then we get Asuka and Nikki Cross. Now, I already knew Asuka was going to win. It was too obvious that Asuka was going to win. They want to save Ember Moon and Asuka for TakeOver 3. But what shocked me is how good this match was. First of all, Mauro Ronaldo's back on commentary, and that was a good bonus for me. But these two girls go at it and beat the holy hell out of each other. They get trash can. They get kendo sticks. They go outside. There was a part where they had a stack of chairs. Asuka was gonna kick Nikki Cross into them, but then Nikki Cross reverses into a powerbomb and drops her. It was insane. I wish they had blood. I think we had Hideo Itami bleed, so why couldn't we have Asuka and Nikki Cross bleed? And at the end of the day, Nikki Cross gets her ass beaten, but she was close to winning it. I don't think her time is yet. I think maybe when Ember Moon wins or however this goes. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I mean, it shows that WWE actually cares about the women, because 3 nights in a row, WWE has made the women the main event. At Raw, we had the Gauntlet match with Sasha Banks beating, Nia Jax beat everybody until she got to Sasha Banks. We had the women's Money in the Bank rematch, which I talked about in my ranking of the Money in the Bank ladder matches. You could go watch that in my previous video. And I gotta say, I was glad to see that they pulled off an even better match than what we got at Money in the Bank. Even with James Ellsworth's interference, he didn't at least go for the briefcase. And, it made Carmella look strong. She actually picked up the briefcase on her own, finally, which I'm glad for. Despite, not really wanting to have that main event, but I'm still happy that we got it, because it was actually a pretty good match. And then we get this fucking masterpiece. They're showing that they care for the women's division, especially since the Mae Young Classic is soon to come. So I'm excited to see where that goes. NXT definitely took the route for me, simply for the fact of that main event alone. However, I am excited to see where Lucha Underground goes, especially with that whole Son of Havoc versus Son of Madness storyline. So I'm excited to see where that goes, as well as possibly getting a great match out of Dante Fox and El Dragon Azteca Jr. I'm excited to see where all these guys go. So kudos for both of them. Good job for NXT and Lucha Underground. NXT, you win, but I want to see where everything else goes. Anyways, it's me, the AOLE XX Prince, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.